Mococo? Mococo? Mococo!
What's up, gang? So about 70% of you aren't subscribed to the channel. And if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, so this is my SOULFIST, or aka SWOLFIST overview. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know like what equipment I'm using, what engravings I'm using, like what iPods I'm using, and like tell you guys like everything and stuff like that, and also kind of give you guys a basis where you can get more information. I'm going to start off with showing damage first. And I'm going to set a timer for 20 seconds. The reason I'm setting a 20-second timer is because that's how long my hype lasts whenever it's because of the rank 3, because of my engraving, Robust Spirit. Whenever I activate it, automatically puts me in rank 3, and it lasts 20 seconds. So, and that's what I want to demonstrate to you guys, our actual like burst window. And I'm going to show you guys two different effects. This right here is my melee like stagger spec I have here. It's like I'm just gonna like hover over these things, and I'll go in detail more if you guys want to know more detail about it. But it's really about building attack power to unleash certain abilities in that small window of time. So basically, I have energy release at 10 points here, and the reason being is I want attack power and I also want fighting spirit, right? Fighting spirit, I'm buffing my party, and I'm also buffing myself by a major fuck ton here. If you look at it here, I'm basically buffing myself by 50%, and then I'm also throwing 6% to my team also too, and that lasts 16 seconds with the 6% and 6 seconds with the 43%, which I give myself, right? So I'll cast this first, and then I'll cast flash step 3 times, which also gives me a stack of 33%. Because of the victory shot right there. And then I also cast pulverizing palm right after that to get the 28% right here. And immediately after that, you start casting your hardest hitting ability, which essentially is going to be either Merciless Pummel or Heavenly Squash, right? And you just have to kind of watch the combos to see how it is. Like that. Put one more auto. One more auto. 5. Alright. So that shows that 236. And this is my melee build. My melee build is just kind of just for fun staggering and stuff like that. I got 236 damage output right there, and I also got 4.7 million damage done. Okay. And again, that's with my split crit build. I have a 25% crit, and I have 33% like a hype recovery effectiveness and 16%. You guys can look at that and see like stat breakdown on that. Those are basically my stat breakdowns. I wasn't essentially looking for an even split between crit and specialization. It's just kind of something that I ended up with, and I saw that that's what gave me like the most like output in a sense, right? That being said, this is just my melee build. It's a lot weaker because I'm not essentially spec'd for it. My tripods aren't set up for it, and my gems aren't set up for it. And I still did 236, right? And looking at my engravings, I have just like, these are all my engravings that I prefer to use. Looking at Crippling Barrier, Heavenly Squash on that one, Shadowbreaker again, because I'm using Shadowbreaker in this build, and I just kind of have a little bit of a mix of both builds on my gear until I decide what I truly want to do. But the thing that I'm falling in love with SOULFIST is that it's fun to do both of the builds. Like, both builds have their place in every single thing that I do. And since this game, it doesn't really allow you to sub specs easily, I'm just kind of like throwing on whatever it is that I got. Okay, so that is the damage for that one. All right, and again, let me show you guys the abilities. I got 10 points in flashed up, and then I got all these things. The reason I have tireless on this is I just wanted to keep my energy costs low on this build, because whenever I'm putting out like things like, see like this right here, I actually have that messed up. I need to change that to put the energy costs lower on that, because I want to be able to conserve my energy costs outside of the hype also too. When I'm inside of hype, it's easy as shit to conserve energy costs because it's just ticking back up fast. Like watch. As soon as I start casting, like my energy's already up. You know what I'm saying? So like casting, it's not even dipping below 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So like it's just chilling. Even when I cast like big things, it just goes right back up. Pitter pat. You know what I'm saying? Right back up. Do. Cast that. That. Okay, so that being said, that's just how it works. That's just how that works, right? And that's that's my essential like idea behind this whole build, is to keep the energy costs low. So like that's why I'm using Lightning Palm. And it's like, yes, because it does give the 4% stack per target whenever I hit, but it's a low costing energy ability. And I'm also trying to just stack things that can give me consecutively attack power while still using those to boost Heavenly Squash, Merciless Pummel, and Bolting Crash, because those three, I do have those three also maxed out also too. 10 in Bolting Crash, 10 in Merciless Pummel, 10 in Heavenly Squash, 4 in Lightning Palm just for the first rank tripod in that. Then you're going to get 10 in Shadow Breaker, and you're going to want 10 in Energy Release. And again, just look at the tripods and see what I have here selected. Everything, again, what you're looking for is to build just attack power as you're like consecutively going through the motions of just recycling your abilities, right? So this is what we got again for that. So here we go. All right, so this is a range build, okay? This isn't the one thing that I have to let you guys understand, and I want you guys to understand. SOULFIST does not have a long range. We don't have a long range. Like, sure, in some of our abilities we can tag you from really far, but there's like 2 abilities that are like that. It's literally just like Energy Blast and Tempest Blast. Like those are the only 2. Like if you need, and you can say Heavenly Squash also too, but you have to 10-point tripod that to just even get it that far. Okay. Some other abilities kind of go out that far, but they're not. The damage isn't consistent enough for me to be like, oh, that's a long range ability that I can be using all the time like that. So let me just show you the damage for this one. Put that out. Okay. So if you end it early, you can get a higher DPS cap because you're ending it early for the Keen Judgment. If you end Keen Judgment early, you do get a big, huge burst of it at the end. But if you let it go through the whole entire time, and you get more damage out of it, if that makes like sense. Like he's like, sure, you get a big burst if you end it to clap on it, but if you don't do that, it just does even more damage, right? But I'm trying to work within my 20-second like window, because as soon as I would continue to overextend this crippling barrier past that height, I would fall down and I would plateau, and then I would finish that with the Energy Blast, and then I would try to keep up my energy and maintain my energy while using this thing and using Energy Blast, because this build right here, whenever I'm playing, this is like essentially like how I'm like doing it. Like, oh, I activate my hype, I burst, boom, 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 boom. Hit him with the supercharged Kamehameha. Right when I end, Shadow Break. Pummel. I actually used the wrong ability right there. That's okay. Blast that. Do that. Hit him with a couple pitter patters. I'm just waiting for my 2 and my 1 to come back up about the same time, so the damage is still always equal. Or I'm at least always stacking a huge amount right there, right? Then I put my 7. See right there? I like the charge abilities because if I use the right one at the right time, like when I had low energy right there, I should have used Energy Blast right there, right? Because it would have pushed me while using Energy Blast, and while I was using out and recharging itself, it would have timed out at about like 850 energy, and then a second later I would have been maxed. So let me try that again. Push that out. 7, 1, 2, 3, 5. Do that. Okay, I'm fizzing out now. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, see how I caught that like a second after what it should have been? That actually would have pushed me over, and then I would just be recovering what I'm recovering right now, right? So now I don't want to do that because that's still on the 17-second cooldown, so I can do that. 1, 2, 3. I can blast with this laser. Oh, what? How much is that? What? Damn. I actually thought that this laser was a lot cheaper than what it was, but it's a lot. It's actually 500. I thought it was 320. Ooh. Okay. So here, we'll try it one more time. Okay. Yeah, let's reset. 1, 2, 3, 6. Almost forgot what I need to do there. Once it's over in charge, spam my 7, 2, 1, 1, 1, 5. Hold the charge for that. Hold the charge for this. Overcharging. Your 2's up now. 2's up. 1, 1, 1. Shadow crash. Pitter pat, pitter pat, pitter pat, pitter pat. Now my 8 is up. Push that into my 1. I can push with my 5 on that. Push that, push that. My 2 and my 1 and 2 are about to come back up. So let's hit this. 1, 2, 3. Look at that. See that? Boom, it's up. Saw that? Boom. So it's almost like I wasn't out of energy technically, because I used the ability to cover for the energy lost. And as soon as I came out of using the ability, I was at max energy and I was able to continue to use my abilities. And as long as you use like crippling barrier or energy blast to like finish off your energy at the end of that like that, it'll always work out really well in your favor and your energy will be able to come back. Let me give you guys a little breakdown of what like my tripods are and what my engravings are, right? This is like my base stats. I'm going for a crit specialization build that's going on here. I'm going for about 25 to 30% crit so that I can have 50% crit always, basically almost always critting. And I really want to have my specialization up higher. The key for me with my specialization is that since I'm using this engraving, Robust Spirit, this right here allows me to basically go straight into level 3 hype or Super Saiyan God instantly. And whenever I'm in Super Saiyan God instantly, it only lasts for 20 seconds. My whole point is that I want to get so much specialization to where I'm in hype for 20 seconds and it's down for 20 seconds. I have it now to where I'm in hype for 20 seconds and it's down for 29 seconds right now, and that's really good. I would like it to be a shorter one. If it could be 20 for 20, that would be perfect. The engravings, I'm going for Pierce Dagger, which I have 3 in it, so it's going to give me that 20% crit with that minus 12 crit damage, and then to compensate with that, I have 3 points in Keen Blunt also too. So it's gonna give me that 50% crit damage to make up for that minus 12 crit damage that I have from Precise Dagger. But what's the downside, it's gonna give me a chance to do damage 20% less. So that means that whenever I'm doing damage, I now have a chance to do 20% less damage on everything that I do. So that's the whole point of wanting to crit in this build, is like, as long as I'm critting, I'm still doing a good damage, right? And then that's where the Robust Spirit 3 comes in. Someone tried to meme me earlier and was like, you don't even have class engravings. I'm like, bitch, I have level 2 fucking class engraving. I've actually scraped fucking the ground trying to get this at class engraving because there's so little SOULFIST out there, aka why I'm making this video, so that people can understand what they need to do and how they can fucking play SOULFIST, right? And since these are the 3 that I'm going for right now, as soon as I can and as soon as we actually have the ability to start going further and do other things, hit master all attacks other than back and front attacks do +3 damage. So that means that I don't have to worry about hitting the boss at the front or the back. And the best part about that is that that fits more into the build of what I'm doing right now, especially because I'm running crippling barrier. Crippling barrier doesn't even do front or back attacks. As if I look at it, what does it say? Neither one. And because it doesn't, it just attacks them from up underneath. So it's increasing the damage on that by easily 16%. What is it? Yeah, 16% once I actually get. And then the other one that I was going to go is Pierce Dagger or Precise Dagger, Cursed Doll, Keen Blunt Weapon, Grudge, and then you're also going to want, if you're gonna be going this range build, like I'm trying to do build here, Hitmaster works very well, and the adrenaline, like everybody else is doing right now, right? Because adrenaline is super good. Look at it. I mean, after using movement skill, basic attack, I mean, it's like, just look at the node 3 of it. 1% attack power every for 6 seconds, and it stacks up to 6 times. So you get 6% attack power and 15% attack crit rate when it's stacked. But it's just insane value for adrenaline. So And that 5%, that 1%, 5% right there is actually like, it's like, what's really funny is that's actually what I need. Like if I was to get like a 5-point adrenaline right now, it would push me over so far. It would be so good to have a 5-point adrenaline right now. But that's it, guys. That's really it. Gyms. I don't really want to talk about gyms because my gyms are fucked up. But you just go for the gyms for the ones, the abilities that hit the hardest. And one thing I will say, for at least that I'm understanding for my SOULFIST, I was originally going for a 7-4, 7 offensive and 4 offensive, but I think what I'm going to be going for is more of a 5-6, where I have 6 offensive and 5 cooldown ones, just so that I can have more abilities on cooldown and up and able to be like used, right? As the faster I have my abilities up, the more damage that I'm doing essentially, and the more I can watch my cooldowns of like my abilities better. But that's it, guys. Honestly, thanks for watching. I stream every day on Twitch, twitch.tv/BaitKuma. That's it, dude. Eat a chode.